Hi, I'm Steph. Let's talk cover letters and personal statements. What are they? How are they the same or different? And how do you know when to use one over the other? Stay tuned and get all your questions answered. A cover letter is a document which accompanies your application to a job, while a personal statement does the same before your university application. They are both so important as they are used to highlight your individuality and show why you're best suited for a job or a course at university. Look at your grades and your CV as bland food. Your personal statement and cover letter is the seasoning, it's the sauce which makes the meal good. They add flair and flavour to your application and can help you stand out. Let's compare the two. Firstly, they are both documents. Secondly, they're both used to persuade why you'll be an asset to a company or a university. Both are also personalised to a course or organisation to highlight your individuality, and they are essential in helping you stand out. What makes them different is the format. Cover letters are a letter format, so you address who is handling your recruitment process and you formally sign them off. Also, what makes them different is the word length. While personal statements are roughly around 500 words, cover letters tend to be about half of that. Now, let's hear from an expert to find out more about cover letters and personal statements. I would like to introduce you to Joanne Wood, who is the Youth Employment Hub Coordinator for Adair and Worthing Council.
So, the difference between a cover letter and a personal statement. First of all, a cover letter is much shorter than a personal statement. A cover letter usually accompanies a CV for a job that you're applying for. You need to give passion in that cover letter, really get across why you're applying for that job. What is it in particular that you have got, your experience, your desire for that job? You need to tailor your cover letter to the job that you're applying to and really pull out the reasons why you'd like that job. It's short, but it's to the point and it's energised. You want those people to read that and carry on to read your CV. A personal statement is a bit different. It's a longer document and it's about talking to somebody about your whole self. It's a much rounded document. So they're going to want to know your experience through education, why you study subjects you studied, why you want to study the subject you're applying for. What have you studied that you could talk about in detail to show them that you've got an absolute passion about this subject and that they really need you on their course to help build their student body and really add value to that institution. They also want to know what else you do with your time. They need a person joining their team, as it were, who is going to go out and join other activities, be part of the much bigger team, part of the family of that institution. So when you write your personal statement, you really need to get tailored information in about you and your passion, but you also need to tell them about other things you do, whether that's boxercise at the weekends, whether you've got a particular author you love, and why do you love that author? It's telling them all about you as a whole person. And why are these two items so important to employers and to institutions? It's making a difference between you and someone else, and it's opening a doorway for you. If that employer reads your cover letter and really feels your energy, they're going to want to look at your CV and meet you. They're going to want to feel that in first hand, face to face. If you are applying to university and you've got matching grades to somebody else, but their cover letter is very generic, there's nothing in there that's specific. It's not obvious that they love that subject or they want to do that apprenticeship. But your personal statement is absolutely, bursting with energy about why you want to do the subject and talking about certain things that you've really got invested in and explored, then they're going to want to meet you. They're going to want to offer you the opportunity to gain more knowledge and more experience in that subject area. So cover letters are shorter, to the point. Personal statements are longer, more rounded, but they're both doorways to interviews and they both need your energy and your passion in them.
Now armed with that useful advice, let's explore some myths around cover letters and personal statements. 1. Do cover letters have to be long? This is a myth. Recruiters can be really busy shifting through all different applications and won't have time to read a long cover letter. My advice is to keep it around 200 words. 2. Are cover letters really that important? They are. They're used to demonstrate how you're suitable for a company. My top tip is to look at the company's website and look at keywords that they use to describe themselves and implement these terms into your statement. 3. Should personal statements be used to highlight your academic achievements? This is a myth, as personal statements are used to show out what you do outside of school, such as your hobbies and your extracurricular. If you've left school, they're also a great opportunity to talk about why you're passionate for the subject, and it'll be a great idea to include some further reading here as well. 4. A personal statement is like a biography. No, you shouldn't focus too much on information which isn't relevant to you anymore. Don't use the cliche from a young age. Universities want to know who you are now, so keep things as relevant as possible. Now, over to May Miller to see how she describes herself. So if you had to write a bio about yourself, your music, your brand, what would be the key words that you would use?
I would like to think I'm very, very honest. I feel like with my writing and just how I sort of am in the world, I like to just say how I feel and, so yeah, honest is one. A little bit cheeky, I like to not take everything as seriously, like when I'm writing. And sometimes if I have, something that's been a painful experience, I quite like to turn it into something which we can laugh about later. So maybe a bit cheeky, I suppose. Don't know if that's weird. And then also, I guess to be in this industry, you have to be kind of hardworking, I suppose, and ambitious, and you've got to have that drive. So I guess I would say determined. I guess I'm a pretty determined person. I'm like, I want that, I'm going for it, I'm not stopping until I get it. So I guess if I had to say, a bit cringe, but.
No, they're amazing answers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, May. Before I go, here are some recommendations for you. Check out the Apprentice Nation set on how to think beyond your grade when writing a CV. And take a look at these 2 sites of templates for cover letters and personal statements, UCAS and Read. And practice setting out on your own. Thanks for watching this set.